It's Online Biz Real Talk today, and we have an incredible subject. We're streaming live right now on a few pages on behalf of Shore and my fiance, Tito Vivancos, and obviously Paulo. He's one of our coaches. And all of my pages. But we have an incredible subject today, and we have some incredible online business partners backstage. Where we're streaming live on. So our subject today is our family and friends deserved more. No more missed holidays for or special events. No more missed holidays or special events because of our 9 to 5s. I'm sure a lot of people went through this. I have a lot of business partners that literally told me, I'm so grateful to find this business because this was one of our biggest things. 10 and 20 years of just working, and miss holidays, miss even volleyball games, basketball games with the kids, whatever the case may be. But we have an incredible subject today. So without further ado, I'm going to bring in our online biz partners. Hi.
Hi, Georgia.
How are you?
Good. How are you? Happy
Good.
Thanksgiving or
Happy
belated.
Thanksgiving. Yeah. We're yesterday was the Thanksgiving we celebrated, but I know everybody did it on Sunday,
Yeah.
Monday. So to all those American peeps that's wondering what's going on, well, here in Canada we celebrated, I guess, in October.
Yeah.
We
And
do
then
it.
there's this next month. So
Yeah, it's November around my son's birthday.
yeah.
Hi, Gloria. How are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh, you're on mute. If you wanted to unmute yourself. Uh, oh, I think she's coming in from another one that where it's okay.
Here, I will.
There you go.
I'm trying to see how I logged in. I'm not seeing myself. So
Well, we could see you.
You can see you. Yeah.
I'm talking about I went to Facebook to see me live. No, I didn't
Oh, I
see
see. I
it.
see.
Is it
But how,
is it private?
this is we're live right now. Did you? Did
I
you?
know, but is it
Oh,
backstage?
no,
Oh,
no. Do you see
I
us
don't know.
all right now on screen?
I'm seeing everything we're doing, but I try to see if I'm live on my Facebook.
Oh, you're not live on your Facebook. We didn't connect your Facebook.
Oh, okay, now
Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
Okay,
We didn't have time to. We will next time.
okay, no problem.
So, I guess we'll go to Paulo first. If you want, you can introduce yourself, Paulo, and yeah, we
Yeah.
can go over a little bit of this subject and tell us how your Thanksgiving went.
Yeah, definitely. So hi everyone. I'm Paulo Perlejas. So my um background is in nursing. I've been a registered nurse for over 18 years now. I did all my studying in Calgary, but moved around. So right now I'm living in Vancouver. And yeah, my Thanksgiving was great. Spent it with friends. I don't really have any family here other than an uncle that's about an hour drive away, and rest of my family is out in Calgary and down in the States. And this topic that we're talking about is really great because I personally have felt the felt this I've actually experienced this where I was missing a lot of family events or just special events or major events throughout the year because I was working shift work, and because of my seniority level as well too. I end up always having to work over like major holidays, especially Christmas. I worked throughout a lot of Christmas and was only able to get New Year's off, and so um, finding this business has really helped me in being able to have that option, being able to have that time off, because I never had that opportunity. The last opportunity I actually had when I was working for a pharmaceutical company, they actually gave Christmas off, and that was my first time to actually experience Christmas off that my brother experienced, my dad experienced when they were off work. And I never had that experience until that was like maybe 5 6 years ago. But it was a great feeling to have it off because then you get to reconnect with family and friends that you never really had a chance to connect with. And then just coming back to the whole seniority level, because I've worked in multiple different areas in nursing, moved around a lot, that my seniority level, even though I've been a nurse for 18 years, my seniority level always resets. And so it was really tough for having this kind of experience, but yet I was only able to take time off at certain times, compared to other nurses who don't have as much experience as me, haven't been doing the career as long as I have, and they have seniority over me. And so that was tough. Like, it sucks back in the day, and I feel that for nurses or people in healthcare who are having to work over the holidays, it's hard because you miss out on a lot of those times with your family and friends. So yeah, that's been my experience so far, and that's why I love having my business where I can actually take time off or take a leave of absence if I want to, because I want to be able to just have that time off. Um, so yeah, that's my experience so far, Georgia, with that.
Love that. Love that.
Yeah.
I totally understand. Like when I had my brick and mortar business, I didn't have time like I had since the last, even a week and a half, because that I went to the coaches retreat and did all that, and then we came back and I celebrated Theo's birthday. So first, there was a huge celebration in the coaches retreat that you know was amazing, and it was like 6 and 7 figure earners, and we got together and we got to mastermind, and so I took time off to go and do that for my personal growth, right? And my business was still running in the background. And then I came back from Okotoks, Alberta, and Calgary and Edmonton. We visited friends and family and business partners too. And then we came back, and Theo's birthday, I made him a surprise party. And then I literally did the Thanksgiving. So I all along, you watched me closely because you're in our team and everything. You've seen, and Gloria's seen, like I still checked in. I was not missing in action, maybe for that one day of the coaches retreat. And I could still have my business. I was still getting tons of leads. My business was still running. And I did some of the most memorable things ever, because I know like that is just an incredible memory for me. I got this star, I've got to show you my star from, helping out in our community. And I got awarded. And then Tito's birthday, he told me forever, he'll never ever forget this birthday, because it was a big surprise. And it was at his, where he literally this beautiful, classy Mediterranean, lounge slash restaurant that he's doing his gigs. And I made sure I had it there and talked with the boss there. And then for the Thanksgiving, like I absolutely know that the children are going to remember this Thanksgiving for life. I know that 100%. So this was so memorable, and I didn't have that before, Paulo. I can concur with you because I didn't have that before. If I left my business, I left my business. There's no money to be made. I have to be there physically. Okay, I had to be there physically. There was no. You can just go away and your business will still run. So, for all those, like, I'm super grateful. But enough about me. I guess we'll go on to Gloria, if she's ready. I know she has children. I know she has a background. Gloria, why don't you introduce yourself for us? Tell us where you're from, and let's go over the subject a little bit about how our family and friends deserve more. No more missed holidays or special events because of the 9 to 5s.
Yes, yes. That was one of the breaking points. Is like me and my husband were like we are the first generation from Biafra land down to here in America, so it have not been easy. So it's like draining me. Like I have to wake up because of my job. I have to wake up like 3:30 a.m. in the morning so I can be able to shower, because I'm not the type that can go to work without shower. So I have to shower myself and also shower my kids that early in the morning, because I like them to be awake so they can be able to be in the classroom. So, and then not only that I have to wake them up that early, I have to also feed them. So I have to feed them, then so that is the only food I'm sure until their father is back to pick them up. So I have to feed them and I have to drop them in two different places that are like 10 minutes to 15 minutes drive before clocking in at 6:45 a.m. in the morning. If you clock in by 6:47, it's already late against you. So it was one of the biggest challenge of my life, like trying to put everything into perspective. So my life was like running out of me. So I have to choose, like they give us each year, you have to choose to work either Thanksgiving and New Year and the Christmas. So you have to choose these three. You have to work two out of the three. So this is how our life have been like. Every day my kids will be like, Mommy, why are you always working? Why are you always going to work? They will be complaining and murmuring why I'm working out. I tell them that I can't help it. It is what it is when you're working for somebody. But that being said, right from my childhood, I love business. I love something that I can do on my own, decide how it goes and things like that. So that have not been easy, and I don't know, will I say that Africa, we're not too good in training our boys in terms of cooking. So my husband don't know too much about cooking. So in the mix of all those things, I still have to come back and cook and run the kitchens and make sure there is food if I'm going to work 3 days a week or if I'm going to space my shift and my hours working in the medical field. So all those things was a very big trauma for me and even my kids because I have to make sure that I don't wake them up today, tomorrow. So being that my shift is 12 hours, I have to wake them up. If I wake them up Monday, the next time will be Friday. So that is how for me not to be making them to go to class to sleep. So I have to choose between my children, my family, and my life and my work. So that was when I started looking forward for something that is going to supplement. And not only that, as a Bible believer, the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 11, verse 2 and verse 6 is also encouraging us not only to have one source of income or two, but to have up to seven and the eight, like eight maximum. And he's also expecting you to work, to plant in the morning and also to plant in the afternoon and in the evening. So God is also the God of conversion and the God of multiplication. So you can be a child of God. He also said that he who cannot walk should not eat. So, and looking at the background of Western world, unlike us that are from Africa, we are poor, but whatever you have, you paid for it cash. So the life of these children having to struggle with student loan and all those things is also disturbing me. And not only that, coming from Africa when I have already spent my 20 years, my early 20s back in Africa, coming down to this place and having my kids before joining the workforce, I'm also thinking about how do I retire? I see people that started here early, even in their 70s, they are still working. So this is a very big nightmare to me. I was like, how do I retire if these people are finding it difficult to retire because they want to make more money? And not only that, the baby boomers of America that at least they live their life when things were okay are struggling and crying the cost of things in terms of those that are living in the nursing home, in the assistant livings. So I began to compare how their life is now and how life is going to be in the next 20 to 30 years. So what is it going to be? I don't know. It is very dark. There is no traces of light in those analyses. So I'm so worried inside me. I like to give my children at least a big and a good start. But you can only give someone a good start when you yourself have a good start. You cannot offer what you don't have. So all those things was what makes me to think out of the box and start looking a way for me to be able to do something more than what I'm already doing. Because I always like if I'm in Africa, I know what to do. But America, there is a lot of do's and don'ts. Don't do this, don't do this, don't do that. And they also most of the time, how to start up something is very challenging. Africa, you can see somebody who can be supplying you something on credit while you sell and return the money back to them. So, but here it was a very difficult challenge. It was a very difficult everything, and you have to grow apart with your kids even when you are sleeping and living in the same house. So all those things was what makes me to say, God, please, I don't know how it's gonna happen, but you have to guide me through. And voila, here we are today. So that is my little story and why I am urging everybody to do what? Do not, continue being on the bench side. All right.
I love that. That was absolutely amazing. I love how you put that scripture. Paulo, do you know what it says? Who is seven needs seven streams of income? Do you remember us talking about that?
No, I can't remember, but
It says that, like literally, I was talking about it. That it's known that millionaires and billionaires have seven streams of income. So look at how the Bible is prompting you seven streams. And in our online business, we have five main streams, and I say seven total because we have a lot of bonuses and incentives. So those bonuses and those incentives are alone like streams of income because they just come monthly and they're incredible and it secures our income. So in this business, you can get to a certain point and a certain sales volume, and then you get incentives, meaning paychecks for life, right? Those are really good incentives. So I love that. And when you go to work and people are like, oh, well, we got incentives, and they try to pull you in, and and it takes you years and years and years to get those incentives. With this business, it doesn't take you long. In a couple of years, you can get some incentives.
yeah. Speaking of incentives, like when I worked for a pharmaceutical company for a couple years, you really had to work and put in your hours to get your bonus at the end of the year. And it was tough. Like I was working already 8-hour days, but then I get home, I work another maybe 2 to 5 or 6 hours a day. So there were long days where I had to work to earn my bonus, and I have to make a note of all the extra little things I did that I will help me deserve that bonus at the end of the year. So I had a list of all the things I did from January all the way to December of what I did extra on top of my regular work to help me gain that bonus. And it was tough, like working those many hours, and I burnt out. What we have here within our business system is a way for a lot of people to work smarter, not harder, and have these passive income streams coming in. And once you start gaining traction in your business, these things kind of come in naturally with the bonuses and incentives. But we've seen it right now where people are making extra 3, 4, 5 figures a month with these incentives and bonuses. And so, yeah, and I wanted to just comment on Gloria, how like it was really nice how you laid out the picture, which I know a lot of people who are watching this or will watch the replay will resonate with having to choose, how to balance things. And it's tough because I mean we all have the same time in the day, but it's challenging how you described it. And thank you for sharing that with us because it's not an easy choice to make. So it's great. And this is why we brought up this topic, because it's something that we all experience on a day-to-day basis. And with Christmas coming around, New Year's coming up in the next couple months, we're all have to, I'm sure a lot of us had to make that decision based like beginning of the year of when you can submit your vacation and what you can get approved or not. And yeah, it just my reality, or what I wish, is that we all have that time off, because working with my nursing background, I do research oncology clinical trials, and I've talked to hundreds and hundreds of patients about time. They wish they had more time to go on vacation, more time to spend with their family, more time to see their kids grow, their son or daughter get married. And so yeah, we only have such limited time that we should use it more wisely. And we're not saying like leave your 9 to 5 job right away, because a lot of people still love their 9 to 5 job. It's just a matter of finding the balance. You can still stick with your job and do casual part-time job, but then do this on the side. because this is what's going to help fuel your financial future, financial stability. And that's what I'm using this platform, this system, as a way for me to, step away from nursing. My goal next year is to retire from nursing, but kind of maybe casually work on it, help with my department as well, but do the business full time and then pursue other passions. So
I love that 100%. And you're right, the way Gloria laid it out, because like people don't quite understand, and especially people maybe who don't have children, they don't know how hard it is to be a mom, because people can say, oh, well, your husband makes all the money and you're a stay-at-home mom, if there is a stay-at-home mom, which Gloria works, and she like literally was working and doing so many different things at the same time. But let alone just to take care of your kids, that step where you got to feed them and you got to wash their clothes, you got to take care of them, you got to bathe them and make sure they're okay. And even single dads do this, and even parents together do this. So family, is such an important thing. And I was watching a little interview of The Rock. Like, now, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, I'm a huge fan. Like, since I've been a kid, like for some reason I was such a tomboy, and that's why I get along with boys all the time. If you notice that, Paulo knows that I'm always talking to all the boys and stuff. And people might look at it like, oh, she talks to boys. No, I'm like a tomboy. I get along with boys. I like cars. I like all these different things, and wrestling, and boy stuff. I don't know why, right? Maybe because my father was like that. He treated us all like boys because he never had no sons, right? He had 5 daughters. But long story short, I was watching The Rock, and I follow him on Instagram, and they asked him, why do you want to go into, do you still want to run for president? You want to try to get into election? Everybody looks up to The Rock, and he has a good reputation. He's an actor, and he's all this. He's inspirational. And he's like, no. They're like, why? He's like, because the biggest thing in my life is being a father. And I know I was away a lot during my career, and I missed out on my first child's life. I was away so much, being in the acting and doing and getting all these different, gigs and whatever. And I don't want to do that, because I know if I'm a president, I'm going to be, taken away from my daughter. He has 2 daughters. I'm going to be taken away from them again. And the most important thing is being a father. And it's bringing tears to my eyes, because at the end of the day, all this, success and all this awesome stuff I have, and, of course, there's a lot of materialistic things that come with this business, because you make a good amount of money. So you can afford to live a better lifestyle. But let me tell you something. I can lose everything today and rebuild myself again tomorrow with this business. Let's just put it that way, because I know what I'm capable of. This business is incredible, and I know I won't lose it. But just say the theory. I have my family, and that's the most important thing to me. My family is my everything. And I couldn't totally agree with The Rock, because like just the special moments, like hanging out, seeing my daughter's tooth being lost as we're all getting ready for Thanksgiving, we're cleaning, we're hanging out, we're listening to music, and just to sit with them, to enjoy the meal. I couldn't enjoy a meal when I had my brick and mortar business. I had to rush and hurry up and do this and do that, and leave and get to the party without the food that I was supposed to bring. I remember my sister got mad at me, Paulo, Gloria, my sister Bonnie. Shout out to Bonnie. She's a business owner. She got mad at me because I didn't bring the ham. I forgot about the ham. And I was like, Bonnie, I called her up on Easter morning. I'm like, Bonnie, all the stores are closed. I can't seem to get a ham. I forgot to get the ham. I was really busy, because I had a brick and mortar business. I had to go to trade shows and Comic Cons and bridal shows. I had to go to all these places. She got so mad at me. I'll never forget that Easter. But it brings me back to, I couldn't be prepared for Christmas. I couldn't be I was busy. I was super busy. And now I could take a day off. I can go shopping. I can prepare for this, prepare for that. My whole goal is to make a huge impact in this world, change the way many people work, because it ain't just about me and my success. And this is why Gloria's here and Paulo's here. We're here to change the way people work, to make a huge impact in the world, and also to help people who are in need, because my foundation is growing. That's a huge goal for me. And number one thing is my family, what's in my home, and I want to be there for them. I love them so much. So if I can continue to like literally make money while I'm there for them, and I can continue to grow as a public speaker, as inspiration to people, and help them as much as I can, as I have my family by my side, okay, then that's fitting for me. So, did anybody want to add anything else?
I just wanted to add how both of you just point out how you guys want to be an example to your kids, because and sort of and break that cycle of working, like being stuck in a system where you think this is reality, this is all you have. Like I don't have kids, so but I have nieces and nephews, and I want to be able to show them that as well, that there's nothing wrong with being an entrepreneur. There's like I find there's just more opportunities out there. There's no walls holding you back from improving your quality of life, because we've all worked for other people and know that there is restriction where somebody above you tells you what you can and can't do. Whereas with our business, the sky's the limit with our business. And I love how a lot, like not just within our business, but within our community, the support that we have to help us all become successful. And that's, I find, is it's the key glue within our community that's helping a lot of us be successful. So yeah, that's the only thing I wanted to add in as well, that I'm, grateful for you two for trying to break that cycle with your kids.
Thank you. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for you, Paulo. Paulo does so much for our team and our community. Yeah, let's all say what we're grateful for since it was Thanksgiving. I guess I'll go first, and I'll bug you, so I'll put you on the spot. I just want to add that this whole thing about Thanksgiving, there's a weird story behind it, right? And I always tell the kids, like, it's a weird story because it's about the Thanksgiving and Christopher Columbus in the States, because that's what we learned what Thanksgiving is, right? They took the land from the Indians and they had a dinner, and I quite think sometimes it's not such a good, and I'm like, but it's Thanksgiving, and we're going to celebrate Thanksgiving as we are thankful, right? So I'm thankful, and that's the way I see Thanksgiving, as this is a day that we come together as a family and we give thanks. And what I want to do is I want to give thanks for everything that the Lord has given me. I want to give thanks for my family, my fiance Tito Vivancos, and I'm on behalf of his page, because we're live right now on his page too. And he's an incredible father to my children and an incredible fiance. He's did so much for us, and he's did so much for himself. Big shout out to him. He left his construction job in just 4 weeks, literally, of starting this business, made over 12K in the first 5 weeks. So huge inspiration to me and all my business partners. Thank you for being there for us, Tito Vivancos. He's been helping a lot with our traveling company. He's been showing, dishing in. I'm grateful for all my business partners here, especially Paulo. He helps a lot. I'm grateful for all my business partners being there for me as friends, family, everything. I'm grateful for this incredible home with this incredible view. I'm grateful for that view. Obviously, my children, my family is number one. My good health, grateful for my good health. I'm grateful for everything the good Lord has blessed me with, my foundation to continue to grow. I'm grateful for the strength in my mind that I have, because I always say this, and guys, you got to be grateful for this, because God will give you even more, for the knowledge, for the strength, because what I've been through in 34 years of my life, I know people probably would have had nervous breakdowns or went towards drinking or drugs or whatever the case may be. I've been through a lot, guys. I lost my parents. I've been through relationships. I've seen people pass away. I've seen people sick. I've seen so much. I went to rock bottom. I became broke. I in debt. I lost everything. I worked for everything, and it's just I started off young, because our family literally showed us the way young. A business of that. So having a mindset and being surrounded by people like us, and in this business, there's nothing better you can possibly have, because I've witnessed it. When I first got into this business, I was not where I am right now in my mind. And my mind grew because of the people around me, millionaires, good mindsets, telling us what books to read, telling us, you got this and that. We are community, consistency, growing, seeing the potential, and just having that coach and mentor to be there. And that's what a lot of people was asking me, like, how do you stay on track? Well, you got a coach. You got me keeping you on track and your mentors, and Paul is a coach too. Theo's a coach. Theo helps me. Uh, Gloria is a mentor. We help you every step of the way. Okay, I won't say no more. I'm grateful for everything. In Jesus' name. Paulo, what are you grateful for? I'll put you on the spot before we go.
Oh, yeah. So what I'm grateful for is just this community, the people within my business community, the business. I'm grateful for my family and friends for the support over the 5 years. I mean, it hasn't been easy for me as well. I'm not going to go into detail, like it'd be like another hour or so, but just just the family and friends that are there to support me along the way through this whole business entrepreneur journey. We're there's a couple of people who've said, this is not going to work or is a scam and all that stuff. So I'm thankful for everyone who's stuck around me, especially my mom, who's always been posting and commenting on everything that I post and stuff. I mean, I'm one of the reasons I'm doing this business is especially for her, so that I can take her on more trips and all that stuff. So yeah, grateful for family, friends, and also grateful for even the job that I'm doing now as a nurse. Like I'm doing a contract job because um, this nursing job is helping me fuel my business so I can do all my paid advertising on social media platforms. So I'm thankful for all that and thankful for just being alive. This is this is just that reminder from all my oncology patients that told me that this it's a reminder for me to live life to the fullest. So that's why I'm always thankful every day that I'm alive and healthy. So yeah, I'll just keep it at that.
I love that. I love that what you said about your mom, and especially being alive. Gloria, it's your turn. I'm gonna put you on the spot. What are you grateful for?
I'm very grateful to God for for giving us a platform whereby you can reach out, or like I came to one of the page, and it looked like she's an older mama, she's an old woman, but is also a member of this platform. So I don't know the whole story, but immediately I joined them, I look at what she was promoting, and it is unfortunate that nobody say anything to her. So what she was promoting on the group, on the Flux group, was her profile. She didn't know. So immediately I joined, I look at it, I was like, I click it to because the name is like, we're from the same part of the lesson. So immediately I saw it, I click it, I came over, it was her profile page, her profile Facebook. I was like, wow, I think she had been this place for over a month or 2 months, something like that. And I reached out to her immediately on her messenger. I said, hey, I wanted to take a closer look at what you're promoting on the Flux page, because it's supposed to be a business page instead of profile. You understand? He said, I don't know what I'm doing. You understand? So I have to make out time. I have to, call her on the phone. She gave me her phone number. I call her. I was able to walk her through. I say, this is what you need to do. You need to go back to this place, things like that. So it is a thing of joy that we have a family where we can look out for each other. I have tried other kind of trying to, find something where immediately after the first initial engagement with you, that's it, you are on your own. So when we say that this business, we have mentors, we have um, coaches, and we have family, and we carry each other along. We are not just saying it, to entice people. We are saying it because it is a reality that we're here to have each other's back. Because if you are doing well and I am doing well, we are all doing well, because you rise by lifting others. And not only that, our success is not measured by what we acquired. Our success is measured by the number of people we helped on daily basis. One of my main goal on this very thing, and why I'm so thankful and believing God for a greater height, is that so I can help so many people, because I know what it's like to live a life when you are not sure of even next week and things like that. So we are just living in a limbo. Whatever the day brings, it's not a life. And that is not even how God Himself designed it. But maybe because of environment or because of, getting so relaxed with some certain things, okay, what else do you expect me to do? You can do a lot. So I'm so thankful for the business, that the business is an environment where you can reach out to each other, or where each other can carry you along and make sure that you are going where you are going. And above all, my family is my number one thing, because they don't have any other person except me and their father. So without two of us, we are going nowhere. And having the foundation that by the grace of God that I'm going to give them what I wasn't privileged to have, of which I know that if my parents are privileged to have the information, or being in the digital era where I am, they will give me the same thing. But my father died so early, so it was just my mom, and which is also gone. So every one of us are looking forward to give your children, or to leave a legacy whereby your children will turn around and say, I'm so grateful to be a daughter, a son to so and so so person. And above all, it is also an important thing for you as a human being to work on your own dreams, because we are busy fighting in a work environment to be like we that are in the healthcare. You are fighting to be the head nurse. You are fighting to be the PCC. You are fighting to be this. You are fighting to be the charge nurse. Why, instead of you fighting all those things, why can't you fight to be your own boss, to own a clinic, instead of you fighting to be a boss, to build another person's dream? So I'm so grateful that all my aspirations are coming together, that I want to leave something. My certificate, my work, no matter the level I am going to be in any work environment that is not mine, cannot be transferred to my children, cannot be transferred to my family. Any day I get fired, any day I get laid off, any day I quit that job, my chapter is in the past. So for that reason, it is a great thing that you are building something. Your dynasty, you are building it one block at a time. So I'm so grateful for all this, environment that I find myself.
Beautiful, beautiful. I love that. Um, you're inspirational. I have to say that. You're very inspirational. Um, thank you, thank you, thank you for all of you coming on and giving your thanks and giving your stories and your testimonies. A huge shout out to also our tech team who built our websites and sales funnels. So we're not, the ones who are the techie and build your website and sales funnel, and if anybody wants to literally, see what this business is all about. And I want to say that, and I forgot to say that I'm thankful for our online business community for building my websites and everything and doing, without them, we wouldn't be there. And the ones who brought this community together. But I want to say real quick before we let everybody go, if you want to watch our free workshop, we're having our workshop tonight, 5 p.m. PST, 8 p.m. EST. It is live. Just go ahead into our websites. Mine's is georgiawilliams.ca. Paulo's is juanpaulo.com. And Gloria, what is your website? Oh, you're on mute. Oh, you're on mute still. Oh, she's putting it in here. Okay, okay. But if it's Glow M.
GoEmaDigital.com. Yes.
Or you can just reach out to us. So if you see this on our pages, or if you see this on one of my business partners' page, it means that they can mentor you and they can help you every step of the way. So reach out to them, add your name and your email in their websites, and then you'll be taken right away to the workshop replay. So you can watch it ASAP if you can't make it. And then if you want, you can watch it live. But whether you watch the replay or the live, it's all the same information. It's just different hosts and we're live. So it's interactive. But you can definitely reach out to us. Let us know any questions you have. So God bless everybody. Thank you all. Happy
Thank
belated Thanksgiving.
you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.